Guys, gamers, Halo 5 came out last week. Master Chief returns after 3 years, and now he's back on the Xbox One, and he looks better than ever. And this is my review of Halo 5 Guardians.
It must be something big.
One hell of a trap. Contact.
Guys and girls, after playing it for this past week, I'm conflicted. Halo 5 reminds me of when a new bartender makes your favorite drink. It tastes familiar, but it's got a funny aftertaste. This game feels like Halo, even more so than Halo 4 did, but at the same time, 343 Industries took away so much of what made Bungie's Halos great. And here's a perfect example. Monday night, I had some friends over. We were sitting on my couch, ready to play Halo 5 together. And what didn't we see? An option for local multiplayer. Oh, and that bummed us out. To keep the game running at 60 frames a second, 343 compromised and left out split screen. Before I start getting too critical on it, let me tell you about the things I actually liked. And there might be some spoilers ahead, so if you care about that, look out. Halo 5 is freaking gorgeous. Hands down, the best looking game on the Xbox One right now. And honestly, I'd expect nothing less from Microsoft's own system. Faces are photorealistic without looking creepy. Battles are huge and sprawling and colorful. I don't remember seeing any slowdown or choppiness. I saw a few clipping and some textures taking a while to load, but nothing major. It is gorgeous. Please watch this play the game on the biggest screen you have and turn the surround sound up. The music is beautiful.
The other humans are approved for passage. Regretfully, you are not.
That sounds like a threat.
Vacate his shelter now.
And the gun sounds are the best, some of the best in the Halo series. The gameplay is familiar. It's good old Halo with a few extras. A lot of it is still gun down these enemies, run to this point, press a button, open a door, gun down some more enemies, run to another point, press a button, take an elevator, gun down some enemies, cutscene. But it's fun. That's part of the charm of Halo. It's simple and fun. And this Halo 5 brings just enough new to it to make it even more enjoyable. One of my favorite new features is the Smart Link aiming, which is basically aiming down the sights. Imagine a mix of Call of Duty's aiming down the sights with Halo's zoom function. It's mapped to the left trigger on the default layout, and each gun has its own variation on the heads-up display. Now, when you get hit by an enemy, that zoom goes away, but it'll come back if you don't get hit long enough. But the best thing about it is when you're doing it mid-air, you actually slow down and hover so you can keep your aim steady. I love that feature. And the level designs are intricate and beautiful. There are some smaller ones that are claustrophobic, but the bigger sandbox maps are a joy, and just like old Halos, you play how you want to in those maps. They give you so many new toys to play with, and the guns are fun, though with just as much variation on them as Halo 4's, and I was kind of critical about that. And that kind of leads me into my criticism of Halo 5. As many good things I can say about the gameplay, there's almost always a huge but behind it. First off, I only got about 6 hours worth of gameplay. in the campaign on normal mode. And I think that's way too short. The game is enjoyable playing solo, but it's obviously made for online co-op play. You either play as Spartan Locke or Master Chief, and I'll get into that later. And you get a fire team of either AI or player-controlled Spartans. And if you're playing with AI Spartans, they are dumb as You can go without babysitting them in some of the smaller maps, but when you get into the bigger ones, they follow you like lost puppies. They'll gun down some enemies around them, but they're basically useless until you go towards more enemies. And they are especially useless when you get gunned down yourself. Because instead of resetting to your last save point, you get a short amount of time to be revived by your teammates. And this encourages teamwork and strategizing when it works. Otherwise, it just grinds your gameplay to a halt as you're waiting for your teammates to come get you, and they almost always get gunned down themselves, sometimes right next to your lifeless body. So you're waiting even longer before you can get back into the action.
Black! Need assistance! Enemy fire, no worries. Nice strike! I'm grounded! Enough! Need help!
I'm down!
Another feature of this squad-based mechanic is ordering your fire team around. But you only get two options. Go here, or attack this one enemy. And it's still not a very useful feature. I tried using it as much as I could and really didn't get much difference out of my gameplay than if I were just doing it myself. And that leads me to the characters themselves. Of the 6 main Spartans, I only cared about one of them, and that was Nathan Fillion. And I only cared about him because he was Nathan Fillion. The story didn't tell me much of his backstory or persona. He was just Nathan Fillion. And I feel that way about all the characters, even Spartan Locke, the protagonist you play as more than you do the Master Chief in a Halo game. I didn't care about him, and you know why I didn't care about him? Bad writing. The marketing for this game made it seem that there was going to be a showdown between two badass powerhouse Spartans. Their stories with those motivations got watered down so much, and they ended up fighting on the same side against a generic villain and a twist that's totally predictable. It's something that these Halo games just need to let go of and move on to tell a new story like I feel like they want to. In the game, there is finally a showdown between these two main characters, but even that's watered down. Sometime in the game, we get introduced to a small device that Spartan Locke has that shuts down a Spartan's armor.
No.
The hell?
Armor restraint. Short-circuit their suit systems.
And then we finally get the payoff for that in a cutscene. And Spartan Locke forgets he has that little device and instead goes for a bro-on-bro fist fight with Master Chief. Why? Bad writing. Competitive multiplayer is fast and huge, and the maps are fun. I fired it up Tuesday night, and I ran into no hang-ups, no lag, and no glitches at all. So Microsoft really had their stuff together on launch night, which was great to see. Since Halo 4, I felt the PvP multiplayer was feeling more and more Call of Duty-like, and this one is no exception. But I honestly don't mind it too much. I never felt the gameplay was unfair towards new players. Now, it sucks, but Halo 5 does have microtransactions. I ignore those. That's not my thing. I'm not going to spend cash money to get a slight advantage over other players. But I didn't feel like that hampered my enjoyment of the game. A lot of the game's replayability is going to come from the multiplayer. All in all, should you buy it? Yes. If you are a hardcore Xbox fan and a hardcore Halo fan, despite all of its flaws, this game still belongs on your shelf, in your collection. It feels like Halo. It succeeds where Halo's always succeeded. It fails where Halo's always failed. But along with this new generation, it also brings its own successes and failures. And that was my Halo 5 review. Thanks for watching. I know it took a while to come out. I've been busy working, and I also got sick a couple days ago, which is why I might not sound the best. Stick around. Along with the gameplay footage I haven't been throwing up here, I'll have some more, just a few more minutes of just straight gameplay to end the video off. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, @RavelDomLopez. I've been using the hashtag AGOOP to tag all of my stuff. Oh, what else should you do? Comment. I have a few more videos planned, and I might actually get more than 2 out this week, hopefully. Thanks to everyone who's watching right now in October 2015. I know it's only a few of you, and one's my wife, a couple friends, I think my sister. Thanks for watching this, guys. Tell me what you thought of Halo 5 if you played it in the comments below. Also, I've been trying to get people to ask me questions so I can make a Q&A video. Maybe a couple of them. Thanks, guys. I'm Ravel, and this is a Geek Out of Place. Bye.
Auto turrets. If we turn these back on, they'll make it this work. Turrets on and firing. My armor's jammed up.
Send out those crawlers.
No worries, Locke. I got you.
Thanks, Spartan.
Pin him down.
Spawn gates, bringing more Prometheans. Take that soldier down.
Copy that.
Systems failed.
I'm off the mongoose. That's it, Locke.
I'm up. Thanks.
Get this mongoose out of here.
Target the soldier. Right away.